Yeah, I thought we had a really good first half just in terms of the defensive side of the ball. Holding a pretty good scoring team, under 30. Ball wasn't going in the basket, so had to find some other ways, I would say, to generate some offense. Had a better third quarter, but you got to play a full 40-minute game. I don't know that we got that tonight from our group here. Ava Galuza, obviously next to me, had a pretty good offensive, attacking day and night. Overall, obviously we got to shoot a little bit better from three, but did a pretty good job on a conference leading scorer who's a Power 5 talent. And yeah, we got to move on. We got a quick turnaround.
McCowan's going to get her points. She's very good. But in the first half, you had Jaden Bryant guarding her. I thought Jaden did a really good job.
Yeah, she did. Mm-hmm.
Made her work for her opportunities. And if you look at the stat sheet, she was +7 in this game.
Yeah, which was really interesting.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of that had to do with her defensive focus and intensity. That was a matchup she really owned. And obviously a few people guarded her. These two even got their fair share, a couple possessions of guarding her. But yeah, that's a really good player. And, I think in that first half, she only scored two points in the half court, against Jaden. So just to continue to have that defensive focus and understanding is certainly going to help us moving forward.
Staying on defense real quick, their big, DeCastro, had just 10 points. I thought from a team perspective defensively, you guys did a really nice job. She was just 3 for 14.
Yeah, I thought that was another solid matchup for us. Obviously, you want to keep players underneath their average, and we didn't quite do that with McCowan, but we were pretty close. She got a couple of buckets in transition at the end of some of those quarters, but all around did a nice job on DeCastro as well. Our bigs did. I think rebounding and that offensive rebounding side of it is going to be something that will really help us moving forward. If we can get 15 to 20 offensive rebounds a game, that's going to put ourselves in better position too for more offensive possessions, when you're not having great shooting weeks.
That's what I was going to ask you. When you look at the other numbers, aside from the shooting percentage, rebounding was pretty even, turnovers were pretty even, steals were pretty even. I mean, a lot of the peripheral statistics that I know you find that you look at and say, this is what we have to do. You guys did that tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And we had a good little run, I would say, like in the third where we had some pressure and we were in full court, forced a couple turnovers and quicker shots for them. But yeah, I think that this is just one of those nights, unfortunately, like you got to forget and you got to move on, and you got a quick one on Saturday that you got to bounce back and have some confidence moving forward.
Talk about 40 minutes game, or you guys need to put 40 minutes together. What's that look like for this team in order to make a push in the OVC?
Yeah, I think it's a team effort. All of us having like an unselfish mindset, but also being super confident. I think we missed a couple shots early in the first, and then you can kind of see things deflate a little bit. So our group just knowing that, hey, it's going to be okay. If we guard and we do other things really well in the game of basketball is so many things, which is, I know that's a lot of sports, but there's two sides of the ball. There's rebounding, there's deflections, there's, assisting, there's running offense, taking care of the ball. So there's so many other aspects of the game that, I would say our team values, but we have to make that an important part of what we do and not just if the ball went in the basket or not.
And then no free throws in the first half. Do you think that's getting to the hoop and drawing contact, or is it maybe something else?
I think it's a little bit of that, us being aggressive, being under control when we get to the rim. I'm sure there's a few calls missed. There are every game, but I think that's something that you can't control. One thing that you can control on your end is, are we in attack mode? Are we aggressive? Are we getting multiple paint touches? I thought we got some paint touches and got us some open looks, but could we have gotten another one? Could we have driven it one more time and gotten another open three? Most of the time we have 2 or 3 shooters on the court. So all around, I think our group just has to understand that, hey, let's keep fishing for a really great one. Let's keep prying, keep, driving it, getting another piece of the paint, being strong with the ball. I think we're not an 18 turnover team. We have to take care of the basketball a little bit better. If we can keep our turnovers in that 10 to 12 range, I think that's going to make a world of a difference also.
Hey, the back-to-back games in double figures, what's going right for you offensively there?
I think part of it is just my confidence. I think last year, a big thing for me was my confidence. I think this year I'm trying to just like turn it around, always keep a good mindset, even if things aren't going good. So yeah, just staying confident.
I used a new term for you tonight during the game. I called you slithery. Because as you're driving to the basket, you're going in, attacking bigger players, and you're sliding around them and driving to the basket. Is that the confidence you're talking about? Like, I'm just going to take it to the hoop and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I kind of pick and choose when I should drive, and I like while I'm in the moment just kind of try to read it instead of in my mind know what I'm going to do. And I think like I'm getting more confident in that the more I do it, and I think it's really paying off.
We saw you pull a few deep threes too. Can you talk about how you've been able to build that confidence so far this season?
Yeah, I think honestly just like getting in the gym more. I think getting in the gym, hearing it from other people like just uplift me, encourage me. Seeing it go in helps. I mean, tonight wasn't the best night, but just having like a quick mindset, forget the last one, keep shooting, like gotta have that mentality as a shooter.
KK, they focused on you a lot. They were guarding you hard in this game. And you didn't have a lot, it wasn't easy. How do you work through that during the game when it's difficult and they're sealing off, they're doubling you when you drive? Like, they really made it a focus to try to take you away.
I think in the first half, like I was really trying to like figure that out, but I feel like in the second half, when I would attack, I was finding like shooters. Like I think a lot of times, even if they didn't shoot it, it was like giving like they can pass again, they can do that, and everything like that. So I think just relying on my teammates, knowing that they have my back, they'll knock down their shots, they'll create plays. Like it's a team sport. Like I'm not gonna be able to go out there and do 20, 30 plus points a game. So now that we know that that's what people are doing, like I know for sure that my teammates, like Ava G, like I have no doubt in my mind that she's not gonna knock down. Like I know she's gonna do it. So, or even if she gets to the basket. So just knowing that like my teammates have my back has like been my focal point in my career.
KK, having the experience you do and being a leader on this team, what's your message to the team? How do you guys move on from this one?
We gotta have a short like memory. Like yes, it happened, and like I always say like I give myself until the end of the night, and tomorrow it's time, like we'll watch film, and now it's time to lock in on the next game. So it's like a lot of times we try to like we did this and that. We get so locked in on one thing that now it's time to go on to the next one. Like we can't hold on to this and try to move on to another one.
Again, we forgot students.
Flip it over.